It is.
I was looking for a school that could provide me with the athletics, academics to pursue my career, a wind symphony to pursue my passion for music, and really have a nice general atmosphere. The professors here are really unique, their background and their passion for teaching. It's really a place where you can explore. Lynchburg gives you the opportunity to fail, but also get back up in that period of time and learn from your mistakes. I can make these mistakes within the school environment, but also with the support of other friends, and be ready for the real world when you graduate.
The biggest thing that I've taken from Westover is probably my interactions with faculty. I started working with Dr. Fryer. He's always available for help, and he makes sure that I get to do the experiments and not just be there while he does them. I didn't want to limit myself when I came here to just taking the prereqs for med school. I wanted to get a full, well-rounded education, and I definitely found that in the Westover program. It's given me the opportunity to keep playing soccer at a competitive level, but also it's given me the ability to be a student and to pursue other activities such as EMS. "100% do Westover because it's not something they're going to regret, and it's going to be a lot of work, but so is everything else. It's just going to help build their education that they've already had and make them a better person for it." The thing that I've taken from Westover is probably my interactions with faculty. I started working with Dr. Fryer. He's always available for help, and he makes sure that I get to do the experiments and not just be there while he does them. I didn't want to limit myself when I came here to just taking the prereqs for med school. I wanted to get a full, well-rounded education, and I definitely found that in the Westover program. It's given me the opportunity to keep playing soccer at a competitive level, but also it's given me the ability to be a student and to pursue other activities such as EMS. "100% do Westover because it's not something they're going to regret, and it's going to be a lot of work, but so is everything else. It's just going to help build their education that they've already had and make them a better person for it."
This is
Look what you're missing!
It really don't matter to me, I'm just happy to be here, I might go crazy.
At Lynchburg, we don't fear change. We embrace it. In our students, on our campus, in our community, and around the world. We're building on our legacy of always moving forward. It's the same place, with a new name. Welcome to the University of Lynchburg.
If you like being close with your professors, if you like being in small classes that help with one-on-one, if you like being in positive communities that help you train your weak points and strengthen your strong points, then the University of Lynchburg is a great place to go. You can never go wrong with the amount of help that they offer, the amount of self-sacrifice that other people will put in for you. It has a beautiful campus, it has dedicated teachers, it has nice students, it has fun activities, and it has plenty of things to do.
Welcome to Wayne Prophet Court and the Turner Gymnasium. I'm Joe Hutzler with you today, ready for this ODAC tilt featuring the Hornets of University of Lynchburg and the Quakers of Guilford College. Let's take a look at your starting lineups for each team, and we begin with the visiting Quakers, who come in today with an overall record of 10-6, 4-2 in conference play. There are your 6 that will be on the floor to get things started for the Quakers. And as for Lynchburg, we'll take a peek at their starting 6, and you go down the list and see some young faces on there, including Corey May, Abby Leeper, Alexis Davies, Hackenberg as well. They've had great numbers over the last few games, so no surprise that Coach Ellinger is going for that group today. So there you see Lauren Stanford checking in. It is senior day for Lynchburg. Their 4 seniors honored just a few moments ago. We'll talk about them throughout the contest, of course. Erin Farina, Lauren Stanford, Sydney Frink, and Disa Hausdahl. 3 of those 4 are on the floor to get things started this afternoon. Lynchburg coming in after a win yesterday, a decisive 3-0 victory over William Peace inside this gym. After a disappointing loss earlier in the week at Randolph, they look to get back on track in the ODAC, starting now. Guilford looking for a win today on the road. The Quakers are 2-3 away from Greensboro, 7-1 at home. And if you've been inside that gym, you know that it is a true home court advantage for the Quakers. But they are doing a good job so far. Actually, that is out. So it looked like good contact made, and it was by Kara Bolden, but she could not keep it in play. Good dig by Hackenberg. Just getting over. And now it's Frink from the 10. Deflected, kept alive, set up by Euchre. And returned here by Tynes. Hackenberg for Frink again. Stays in play. Smith for the charging gains. Tynes makes connection, but it's out of play. Bolden back to serve, has 11 aces this season. Hackenberg decides to send it over. Right idea for Hackenberg. Showed typical set, instead drops it in for the point and a side out. Couple changes for both teams. Back to serve, getting it over is Jenna Meyer. Frink again, blocked and kept alive by Tynes. Great effort on an island by herself behind everyone else. Second time around though, could not keep it up, but terrific effort by Tynes initially. 12 digs yesterday for the sophomore. And a beauty there. However, 4 serving 2. Lavelle looking for a side out. Got all net. Kept alive. Frink is blocked. And that front line of Guilford showing some good stuff early on. Michaela Allred with the block for the Quakers. '30th block of the season, then a service error. Give it back to Lynchburg as they make substitutions. Emma Drake, Erin Farina checking in. And Farina will go back to serve. 15th player in program history with over 1,500 career assists. All red, just pops it over. Farina sets for Frink, a beauty that's returned. Great job stepping in front. Not easy for Meyer. Off the rafters and into the hardwood. Home court advantage for Lynchburg playing out there. An errant ball made its way to the court. Now we go back to work. Farina line drive down the near line. Bolden gets it over, just touched by Drake. And Farina not there in time, so Quakers will take it back. Guilford has won 5 of their last 7. Those 2 losses, 3-0 sweeps by Virginia Wesleyan and Randolph-Macon as the Hornets make a receiving error. Their last contest was a 3-1 victory over the Maroons of Roanoke College. They played Lynchburg 5 times in the last 5 seasons and have only defeated the Hornets once in that time, 2 years ago in 2017. An early timeout taken by Coach Ellinger and the Hornets. Will step aside. It is 8-4 Guilford in the first.
This is.
Welcome back inside Turner Gymnasium on Wayne Prophet Court. Didn't get a chance to show all of our pregame coolness early on, so we're going to do that here and just take a look at how even these teams are. These are all per set, so not total numbers for the season. All per set so far for the Quakers and the Hornets. And so far, we've seen a pretty even tilt in the first set. Now, Guilford does have a 4-point lead. However, there's still time, of course, for Lynchburg to turn it around. And historically, this season, they've had a really good ability to come out of timeouts and win the point for the side out. So that's going to be the goal here. Farina for Lavelle in the corner. Terrific setup and execution out of the timeout for Lynchburg. Frink pops it over. And partially blocked, kept up for a moment. Great effort from Stanford and Leeper. But in the end, a point to the Quakers after a solid hit from Cam Blankenship. Emma Drake down the line, keeps it in play. Drake fourth on the team in kills with 80 coming into today. And there is number 81. Set up for Blankenship, blocked by Drake and Hausdahl up front. The Quakers over half a block per set more than Lynchburg. But the Hornets with an important one there to keep it within 2. Stanford steps into one. Set up behind for Bolden. Partially blocked, kept alive. Farina for Leaper. Blocked, and Blankenship sends it ahead. In the middle, Hausdahl to the backside. Right idea, but not enough height for Euchre to get it over. And Lynchburg will keep it on the serve. Stanford back to send it over. Blankenship, pop job, and right idea to give the ball back to the Quakers. Blankenship second on the team in kills. Her and Ritter are very close. Christian Ritter, who wears number 6, very tight in that department. 138 for Ritter, 125 for Blankenship on the season. Haven't talked about Ritter much to this point. Bolden gets up high and sends it down, finding that open space. This is Drake. Ritter returns it. Blankenship has it set up. And Stanford keeps it on this side. Farina, right idea. Ritter's there to back it up. Farina near the net. Sets up Leaper, who lets it go. Now Blankenship with the offhand. Drake lets one go. Was it deflected? Yes, it was. Very important side out for Lynchburg. Hackenberg getting even playing time with Farina at the setting position. Let's go to serve. Blankenship tries the left hand again and gets nothing but net, which in this sport is not what you want. Sent up high into the rafters. Ritter has a chance to send it over. Is it too strong? Yes, it is. We've got ourselves a tie ball game. Coach Gann walks over to her team, does not call the timeout, just gives them an extra vote of confidence, and heads back to the sideline. Hackenberg serve just out of play. It's an easy point for the Quakers. Frink from deep, and a bit too far away from that 10. Leaper returns it, but off the knuckles and over by the scoring table. So far the narrative for Lynchburg midway through the first set is we can catch them but can't pass them at the moment. They tied it at 12 a few moments ago, but then 3 straight for the Quakers, make it 4. Coach Ellinger looking for the call. That hand coming over top of the net illegally. Didn't get it. Meanwhile, Hausdahl just punches one to the backside, played by Blankenship. Here's Frink getting to the floor on the digs. Now they'll slow it down a bit, reset, and Blankenship straight into the middle net. Will Ritter get a chance? No, it's Bolden, and it's the right decision made by Euchre. Ritter lined up for a run and jump. Instead, it's Bolden with the point. And still a 4-point advantage in the first set on senior day for the visitors. Frink plays it up front. Here's Hausdahl blocked. Frink's turn. Euchre keeps it alive. Ritter blocked by May and Hausdahl, but not enough. And Lynchburg forced to burn their second and final timeout of the first set. The Quakers lead it by 5 on LHSA.
If you like being close with your professors, if you like being in small classes that help with one-on-one, if you like being in positive communities that help you train your weak points and strengthen your strong points, then the University of Lynchburg is a great place to go. You can never go wrong with the amount of help that they offer, the amount of self-sacrifice that other people will put in for you. It has a beautiful campus, it has dedicated teachers, it has nice students, it has fun activities, and it has plenty of things to do.
Is the score right now in favor of the Quakers. It was 12-12 just a few moments ago. But the Quakers, along with some mistakes made by Lynchburg, have done a good job weathering the storm. There was that comeback attempt. Lynchburg, after a timeout, not able to get the side out, and Guilford in the driver's seat for sure. Frink from the 10. Blocked up front, that's Hausdahl and Frink. Guilford still with a chance. Blankenship lets it rocket go. Stanford with the return. Frink too high. Too much purchase. Quakers just 5 away from taking set 1 on the road. Again, this is a team that dominates in Greensboro. On the road, though, 2 and 3. Important moment here for Lynchburg. Hausdahl got a piece. Time's not going to get there in time, so it's 1 and done for the Hornets. (21-14) Quakers. Lavelle, did it get touched? It did. So quickly back to Lynchburg. a couple in a row here. And that'll help. An ace for Lynchburg. Erin Farina with the service ace. It's number 25 on the season for her, second on the squad. Meanwhile, Ritter lifts it over. Farina sets up Drake from behind, flying in for another hard-hitting kill. Emma Drake with 3 in this first set, and none of them have been quietly. Into the net, 3-point for the Quakers at a crucial moment for Lynchburg. Frink from the 10, blocked in play. Great job, Euchre combining with, lost the number. Gaines, I beg your pardon, Jasmine Gaines. Ritter will serve, and it's in. Frink standing there with Tyne saying it was not in. The line judge hesitated just long enough to give pause on the decision that he eventually made, which was in. So it's set point for the Quakers. Drake lets a charge go into that one again. This time, though, a violation on Guilford will give Lynchburg the side out. And Flynn Christian checks in for the first time at home. Well, she played last night, but before last night, she had not been on Wayne Prophet Court this year. And she earned it with her play on Wednesday night against Randolph. Blankenship lobs one in. Here's played back to Leeper, and Euchre gives to Meyer. Now it's Farina set up for Lavelle, pushing one back to Ritter. Euchre, Blankenship, Farina keeps it alive. Stanford sets up Drake, blocked, and then Drake lets it over, but it's out of play, and the first set is in the books. 25-18 on the stat sheet in favor of the Quakers. They lead it 1-0. And we're going to take you outside for a special live look-in at women's soccer taking on Bridgewater. 2 goals for Lynchburg already in the second half by Wigboldy and Barnes. So we pick it up with 20 minutes to go in regulation, 2-0 Lynchburg. We hope you enjoyed that live look in outside. You got to see a goal in that as well. Can't plan that, folks. That's just wonderful timing and a great look by the crew outdoors as well with the replay. There's a look at the score from the first set. That's why we are at 1-0 Guilford after one so far indoors on Wayne Prophet Court in Turner Gymnasium. Guilford coming in today with a conference record of 4-2, including a win over Roanoke recently. Lynchburg at 2-3 in conference play, just 2-2 here at home. They fared very well in those neutral site games to start the year, did Lynchburg. But sputtering as of late, trying to turn things around as they get closer to the end of the regular season. A good start in the second set. And an ace for Lynchburg here, so 2 points to get things rolling. Exactly what they needed, trying to continue their winning ways over the Quakers. Winners of 4 of the last 5 in this series. As Tynes makes a great effort but cannot keep it playable for her teammates. Miscommunication between the two seniors, Frink and Stanford there, neither one speaking, and just judging by their body language, both had the same idea. So it's 2-2. Here's Frink. Blocked up front into play, so that'll count. Gaines and Bolden coming together for the team effort, and the Quakers back ahead. The Hornets are 4-2 in their last 6 matches. Just 1 set loss in those 4 wins. So if that trend were to continue today, they'll have to win this second set. Good work by Tynes one more time. Hausdahl serving for the Hornets. And comes off awkwardly. Gaines. Euchre. Here's Ritter. Good return from Hausdahl. Now it's Frink. Cross court and finds Hardwood for .5. And a point again for Lynchburg. So things turning here in favor of the home squad. Gaines with the left hand. Tynes makes her way over. Hackenberg sets for Frink. Just got enough. And point again to Lynchburg. Coach Gann, she might use that timeout. She's walking in. Nope, she's going to hold on to it. She's got 2 to use, so not seeing this as a panic moment. Lynchburg up by 4. Hausdahl to serve one more time, at least. Euchre changes things up, and it works beautifully to earn the side out for Guilford. We're talking about Emily Gann, 14th season at Guilford. She's been at Guilford the same amount of years that Coach Ellinger has been the head coach at Lynchburg. Now, Coach Ellinger graduated from then Lynchburg College in 2002. Coach Gann was Coach Hayes. She graduated from from Elon. Still holds a few records for the Phoenix. Number 2 in all-time kills for her career, 1,450. And she's top 10 still in 5 categories. Gaines just gets it over. Stanford plays it for Hackenberg. She'll send it across. Now she'll set up Corey May. May with a hard shot, but it's out of play. And we're tied at 7. So Coach Gann, nobody knows her team better than her. And she chose not to use the timeout when it looked like it possibly was going to be a good decision. Instead, she holds on to it. Her team battles back, sees that as a vote of confidence for what they can do. And right here, they do the thing. They get the lead. People are laughing at me, but you know, I had a direction of where I wanted to go, and I lost the map halfway, so I just made it up and hope not to hit too many trees. "8-8 is the score, but you already knew that. It's on your screen. Erin Farina is going to go back and serve this. Two teams that are very even on paper. The second set is crucially important. Guilford takes a 2-set lead. They've got to feel like they're unstoppable. Lynchburg, if they can tie it up, then it's all back at even in more ways than one. Guilford going back up after the side out. Frink had it blocked, but only partially. It stays within the white lines. And we go back and forth, each team answering 1 point to the other. Ritter returns. Euchre setting up Blankenship, who comes in from the back. Farina, Lavelle! Natalie Lavelle in the middle, and just something about the way she plays. It looks to me like she's grabbing that ball. It almost looks like she's holding on to it, almost palming it, and then sending it down. Her motion is somehow able to collect it and send it through, obviously in the and legal motion, according to the officials. But it always gets me. Leeper puts one into there for the kill and the point. Abby Leeper, just a freshman, but second on the squad in kills with 125 coming into today. Averages 2.27 kills per set. Now her hitting percentage is not where she'd like it to be, .95. But a lot of high-class talent there. And you saw it on display for that last point. Then Guilford answers right back, as we have been doing for the last 5 points or so. Neither team able to rack up multiple points in a row. Blankenship returned there by the dig of Frink. Here's Leeper. Leaps up and gets enough. And the Quakers cannot answer. There you see the next group of subs. Hackenberg and May. Hackenberg serves. Blankenship returns. This is Bolden, who reached up very high, head above the rim, so to speak, the net in this case. She's got some hops, does Kara Bolden, a junior out of Stanford, North Carolina. May just gets enough, and that bouncer couldn't be played cleanly by the Quakers. And so the consistency of back and forth continues here. 13-12 Lynchburg 1-0 in sets, favoring Guilford. Blankenship just got it over the net. Mishandled by Ritter off the fingertips. And for the first time in a while, we have a 2-point advantage for someone. Meanwhile, outdoors, just an update for you. Women's soccer just scored again. So they lead 4-0 over the Eagles. A match that was scoreless at halftime, by the way. Lynchburg's first home match since September 8th. It took them 45 minutes to get reacquainted with Schellenberger Field. But things are working now. Speaking of working now, volleyball on a roll. 3 straight points, which is the definition of a roll in this match. A little over halfway there for Lynchburg. Blankenship just did not contact that accurately. And Coach Gann using her first timeout of the match. Her team trails 16-12 in set number 2, back in 60 on LHSN.
If you like being close with your professors, if you like being in small classes that help with one-on-one, if you like being in positive communities that help you train your weak points and strengthen your strong points, then the University of Lynchburg is a great place to go. You can never go wrong with the amount of help that they offer, the amount of self-sacrifice that other people will put in for you. It has a beautiful campus, it has dedicated teachers, it has nice students, it has fun activities, and it has plenty of things to do.
Welcome back inside Turner Gymnasium. Joe Hutzler with you on the call. There's Coach Ellinger for Lynchburg. We mentioned the graduate of 2002 at Lynchburg College. 20-plus wins 4 times in her time as the head coach at Lynchburg. The last time was 2014 when they racked up 24 wins en route to an ODAC final appearance. Nice answer by the Quakers after the first timeout of the day for Coach Gann. Gaines puts the serve back on Guilford. Disa Hausdahl rising up and sending it down for point 17. Great set by Hackenberg right in Hausdahl's wheelhouse. And now she'll go back to get things started. Just for transparency, I would like to give you stats about today's contest, but currently there are no live stats, so if that changes, when that does change, I can fill up some more time. In the meantime, you probably aren't watching if you don't know the sport. Which begs the question, why am I even here? I don't know. To make it entertaining, that's why. 18 serving 14. Partially blocked, kept alive by Lynchburg. Here's Drake, right idea. Terrific diving dig for Smith. And then Tynes has a moment to get back to it. She does. Frink to the middle, but not over top. This one is a nail biter. similar to last night's contest for Lynchburg. Absolutely dominating William Peace in the first set, but then the second and third were really tight. The Hornets get the side out. See if they can be the first to 20 this time. And easy return for the point and the kill. Michaela Allred, that senior out of Yadkinville, North Carolina. Keeps it close. Ritter will serve. Drake had it blocked. Still a chance for Lynchburg. Played back here for Leeper. Deflected. Now Blankenship blocked up front. Lavelle and Drake. I couldn't tell who got it. Both Coach Gann and her assistant, Julia Mainwaring, not happy at all with the second official. I'm not sure what it was about, but Coach Gann and her staff are going to get a yellow card. I have not seen that. And obviously, that is part of the game. You have to have a way to punish / hold coaches accountable. But unlike most sports with cards, she doesn't have to go sit somewhere for a little while. So she'll still get to be coaching her squad. And Lynchburg takes advantage of this moment. Earns the ace and pushes Coach Gann to use her second and final timeout of the set. 21-16 Lynchburg.
This is.
That's better. So, full disclosure, we had some issues last Sunday with audio, so we purchased a piece of equipment that would allow us to not put as much strain on the computer, and we could not figure out where the echo was coming from and why there was so much extra sound here through a set and almost two sets, and it's because the camera audio was also being brought in. So not only were you getting me and the crowd mic, you're also getting the audio around the camera. That's fixed. Things sound better. Lynchburg still looks better than Guilford in the second set as they pull off the ace and keep the ball. Blankenship too strong. And Lynchburg in the driving seat for tying this one up at one set apiece. Blankenship and Hausdahl play netball. And violation on Lynchburg. We have a final score for you outside. Lynchburg women's soccer takes down Bridgewater 4-0 the final. 4 different goal scorers as well. So a nice dominating performance after waiting almost a month between home games for the ladies. Now Lynchburg Volleyball looking to make it a 2-for-2 day at home for teams that wear the L across their chest. Drake, was it in? Yes, it was. Didn't look like it from my perspective, but there is a gentleman that has a direct line of view that said it was. So 24-18, set point for Lynchburg, trying to tie things up at 1. Hackenberg's delivery dies at the last moment and kills the Quakers' chances in set 2. 25-18 is the score again after a set, but this time in favor of the home squad. We're tied up at 1 set apiece on LHSN.
I was looking for a school that could provide me with the athletics, academics to pursue my career, a wind symphony to pursue my passion for music, and really have a nice general atmosphere. The professors here are really unique, their background and their passion for teaching. It's really a place where you can explore. Lynchburg gives you the opportunity to fail, but also get back up in that period of time and learn from your mistakes. I can make these mistakes within the school environment, but also with the support of other friends, and be ready for the real world when you graduate.
The biggest thing that I've taken from Westover is probably my interactions with faculty. I started working with Dr. Fryer. He's always available for help, and he makes sure that I get to do the experiments and not just be there while he does them. I didn't want to limit myself when I came here to just taking the prereqs for med school. I wanted to get a full, well-rounded education, and I definitely found that in the Westover program. It's given me the opportunity to keep playing soccer at a competitive level, but also it's given me the ability to be a student and to pursue other activities such as EMS. 100% do Westover because it's not something they're going to regret, and it's going to be a lot of work, but so is everything else. It's just going to help build their education that they've already had and make them a better person for it.
Welcome back to the start of the third set. We're tied at 1 apiece. There you see the scores, same score but just flopped from one set to the next. And I was handed, for the first time in a long time, a paper stat sheet. Not the way we do things typically in 2019, but I will look over those as quickly as I can to give you a little bit of insight as to more in-depth pieces of how things have shaken out, I think is the proper way of saying that so far. Obviously it's 1-1, so, and the scores are 25-18 each time, so you have to assume that the numbers overall are pretty close. Just individually looking at both teams, Guilford has one player with 6 kills, that's Cameron Blankenship, then they have 3 with 5, so really that group of 4 have been doing the point scoring for the Quakers. 16 assists for Tina Euchre as well in terms of individual stats. For Lynchburg, led by 3 with 5 kills, Sydney Frink, Emma Drake, and Natalie Lavelle. Hitting percentage overall in set 1 favored Guilford, 57 to 41%. In set 2, Lynchburg 63, Guilford 45. So again, the scores to this point pretty much tell you all you need to know in terms of how tight this has been, and certainly if you win the hitting percentage battle, more than likely you're going to win that set. So we await the official game ball to be put in. We've seen a little bit of everything to this point. Both teams winning sets. A yellow card has been given. And we're not on the soccer pitch. And not a happy start for Coach Gann and her Quakers after that break. I say that because of the body language that she gave. I don't think that's how any coach wants to start a set, but still a long way to go, of course, as Bolden just gets enough on the second effort. Trying to play it off the net was Hackenberg, but did not get any bounce. Blankenship got enough. Euchre keeps it here. Gaines sends it across. Hackenberg plays near side for May. That's another point for Lynchburg. Corey May playing in just her 33rd set of the season. Another young player that had a really nice performance against Randolph, even though it was a losing effort. You saw some first years transfer and freshman-wise that played big down the stretch, didn't give up. And May and Leap are earning the start today. As Tynes looks to go back and maybe have another service ace. Not this time. But Lynchburg will still keep the ball. Hot start for the Hornets. Sporting their brand new red tops that are super sharp. Thanks to Adidas for those. Appropriate for Code Red Day. They wear their red tops. This one's set for Frink at the 10. Too strong from number 11's right hand. May drives into one. More net or ball. What do we get here? Excuse me, hand is what I meant. And the official, who's right at the ball, says that it was touched, last touched by a Quakers player hand. Man, my grammar is terrible today. Words are not coming. So Ritter jogs away, not impressed by the explanation given. Coach Mainwaring still awaiting something. I just checked with our director about a replay, and he does not have it. He was not able to get it. You can go back later once the game is over and watch it if you want. 5-2 is the score. Lynchburg ahead in a 1-1 tie. And the decision has been reversed. So the first and second official talk to each other. And in the end, the ball goes back to goes to the Quakers for the first time since their first point. And that's really difficult for me to understand in terms of placement of the official. And I think low-key, Coach Ellinger just got a yellow card as well. So 2 yellows. This is my 5th year here. I have never seen one. And now we've had 2 in one match. Let's get back to play, shall we? Frink dropping it in. Euchre. Fans upset about a carry that wasn't called. Meanwhile, Guilford still makes a play. 4-3 Lynchburg score. Hausdahl through the corner and in. Hey, if you don't like the calls that are being made, just put it on the scoreboard. No better answer than that to conflicting moments. Put matters into your own hands. Now I think we have a substitution question regarding who's coming in for who and the sequence in which they've come in. Now Drake and Farina have come in together this entire time. I just don't know if this is According to the second official, this is not when they should be coming in. So yellow is given to Lynchburg on the substitution infraction. Again, that was another really low-key moment or way of holding that yellow card for the officials. So maybe there have been yellows in the past. I just haven't seen them because they don't make a showing of it like they do in soccer. Anyway, ace Lynchburg. Oh, man. That's 10 aces for Lynchburg through 2 sets and 9 points. Blocked by Frink. Sydney Frink all alone. She'll get the solo block, and Lynchburg will keep it on the serve. Up by 4. That one really tight to the net. It all started with the receiving error. Finish with Lynchburg keeping that same group in. We're allowed to make substitutions, so they're doing the best with what they're allowed to have on the floor. Euchre sets up Ritter, puts all of her frustration into that one, but Lynchburg makes a play on it. Now it's Frink with the hit from the 10. And a return out of play. Coach Gann calls a timeout. 6-point lead for Lynchburg. Home crowd is happy about it. And admittedly, we are kind of too. 9-3, midway through the third.
This is
some happy Hornets so far in this third set. Of course, not happy about losing the first set, but trying to respond with 2 straight wins. Give them a 2-1 advantage overall in the match. Gaines with a jump shot. She even laughed about it when she let it go. Into the corner from Corey May. That's a tough spot to put anybody on the back line. Sydney Scott had a quick decision to make. She took her chances that it would go out, but it stayed in. 10-3. Ritter cannot get it over the net. Really hard to believe how tight this match has been to this point. Both sets ending 25-18 in favor of the victor. Guilford first, then Lynchburg, but for the most part, the sets have been really close until right at the very end. This one was close when it was 0-0. Frink into the netting, and a huge moment here for Guilford. Can they turn this around and get a couple in a row? Not going to be able to get 7 points all back at once. But you can at least start to chip away, get 3 and 4, then give it back, and then get it back, and work through it that way mentally. Hackenberg plays it for Frink. Partially blocked, out of play. One and done, will not get it done. Farina back in to serve. Emma Drake up front with Lavelle and Frink at the moment. Right down the line, return by Ritter. Euchre plays for Ritter. And Ritter had it carry itself down the line of the net. Never touching a Lynchburg hand. So it's Erin Farina serving again. Euchre straight up. Blankenship steps into that one. Now they got to get back on defense. Drake had it blocked. Euchre, Ritter finds an open space and side out Quakers. Frink from the 10. Nice effort by Ritter to keep that one alive. Blankenship sends it across. Farina plays it close to the net. Blocked but kept alive here. Lavelle, was it touched? No. Exactly what the Quakers needed. 2 straight points. Can they find another? Not this time. Ritter gave all she had. Just couldn't pop it up in playable territory for her teammates. Meanwhile, Abby Leeper checks back in for Lynchburg. (14-6). And did that stay in? No. Too strong on the serve. It was about this time last set that we went back and forth from 12-12 to all the way up to 18-18 before Lynchburg was able to break away. Euchre stuffed at the net. Meanwhile, Guilford stays with it. Great effort by the Quakers as Leeper has that one deflected out of play. And side out for the Hornets. Less than 10 away from set point. And Guilford will use their final timeout of the third set, down by 9 points here. As we take a look at a replay that I can't see. So I'm not sure what it is, but it looks awesome. Back in a moment.
This is.
Welcome back inside Turner Gymnasium. Joe Hutzler with you this afternoon indoors where it's nice and warm as fall punched us in the face this morning. when we got up and it was 52 degrees outside. Keep in mind it was 87 yesterday, super hot and humid, but you could feel that cool air coming in last night during the field hockey match. And then this morning, I got to put jeans on, man. It was great. Jeans and a hoodie. I am loving it. Lynchburg volleyball loving this. Up by 9 in the third set, trying to take a 2-1 lead here at home in front of a large crowd for senior day and Code Red. Great answer after the timeout by Euchre and company to give the ball back to, and the point to the Quakers. Euchre will serve. Farina kept it in for Hausdahl. Smith had it, but did not get enough on it to pop it up high enough to be played. So in the right position, no doubt about that. Just could not execute her plan. Euchre for Blankenship, blocked by Hausdahl and May. Here's Ritter in the middle. And that's going to be a point for the Quakers. Great effort by everyone on both of these teams. That's what I'm most impressed with. They can sense it. They know how important this match is. Even though it's early in October, you're fully entrenched in ODAC play now. They're giving all they have. Violation on the Quakers, so Lynchburg will take it back. As Tynes is back in to serve. Leaper checks out. And Tynes could not get that one over. Lynchburg not out of the woods yet. Definitely don't want to give the Quakers too many free points as they try for the ace. Instead, Hausdahl gets it across. Euchre plays for Gaines with the left hand, too strong. Hausdahl was in when Lynchburg went on their roll about this time last set. That ball just making it back over after the block from Lavelle and May. Tynes on the dive, but mistimes it. Guilford takes it back. Hausdahl exits, and Stanford in. Both liberos in. Carson Evans will serve it for the Quakers. Cannot get it over. First time that we've mentioned Evans, junior from North Carolina. She'll stew a bit, but as Farina gets set to send it over, she'll forget about it and play for the next point. 2011. That was a good year, actually. Oh gosh, I was a junior in college. Ooh. Miscommunication. I think Ritter and Blankenship thought they were closer to the back line than they really were. So they let it go for another ace. 11 aces on the serving part of Lynchburg today. Ritter blocked by Drake. Stanford, Frink. Lavelle just has to get it over and will. Euchre in the middle, just punched over. Stanford lays out, but then her teammate's not able to run over top of her and get the ball. So the Quakers will take it back, but again, that just shows the effort being put in by everyone, not just the seniors, but by everyone this afternoon. Emma Drake helping Lynchburg win it back and take a commanding 10-point lead in the third set. Stanford, Drake, leaper, kept alive. Here's Leaper again, and made contact on the down part of her swing. So Guilford keeps us going here. Smith will serve. Return by Frink. Farina sets up Drake. Blocked. Terrific effort from Lavelle. Now we'll go again. Euchre. Blankenship. Not a great set, but still alive. Blankenship. Will it get across? No. Lauren Stanford, #1 all-time in digs at Lynchburg, and picks up another ace for the Hornets. Incredible, 12 aces on the serve for the Hornets this afternoon. Just in case you were wondering what that digs number is now, it's 1,738 coming into today. On pace for a career high in a single season. Meanwhile, Lynchburg dominating in the third set from start to finish. And maybe one of the most debilitating ways to lose a set, a block, sends it to the fourth with Lynchburg up 2-1, 25-13 your score of the third. We'll be back in just a few moments right here on the Lynchburg Hornets Sports Network.
Thing that I've taken from Westover is probably my interactions with faculty. I started working with Dr. Fryer. He's always available for help, and he makes sure that I get to do the experiments and not just be there while he does them. I didn't want to limit myself when I came here to just taking the prereqs for med school. I wanted to get a full, well-rounded education, and I definitely found that in the Westover program. It's given me the opportunity to keep playing soccer at a competitive level, but also it's given me the ability to be a student and to pursue other activities such as EMS. "100% do Westover because it's not something they're going to regret, and it's going to be a lot of work, but so is everything else. It's just going to help build their education that they've already had and make them a better person for it."
This is.
Welcome back to Turner Gymnasium. Joe Hutzler with you here on LHSN. It's a 2-1 lead for Lynchburg over Guilford after 3 sets. And did get confirmation on the yellow cards that were given earlier. Of course, I ended up guessing right, but obviously you could tell that the first 2 yellows were given to the coaches for dissent, for not agreeing with the calls. The last yellow was given to the team for trying to sub too early. Lynchburg tried to sub too early, and therefore Coach Ellinger said, what if I decide not to sub them in? Well, you still get a yellow anyway, so in the end, that's what that was. So 3 yellow cards given today, and as I mentioned before, in my 4+ years, I have never seen one. So interesting times here on a beautiful fall Saturday afternoon. Lynchburg celebrating their 4 seniors, Disa Hausdahl, Sydney Frink, Erin Farina, and Lauren Stanford, 2 of which are top 10 or more in different categories all time in their career and certainly have more time to add to those numbers. Yes, it's senior day, but this is not close to the end of the season for Lynchburg. They will be at home against Hollins on Wednesday, then at Randolph-Macon, 2 games at Emory and Henry, home against Virginia Wesleyan, 2 games away at Ferrum at Mary Washington, and they finish the season on November 1st against Virginia State. So the seniors got together and chose this to be their senior day to avoid complications with other games being played at exactly the same time. Now, women's soccer did play for a little bit. We showed you some of that. 4-0 win for the ladies outside, but now everyone that was out there has moseyed their way on indoors to get warm and check out today's tilt. Guilford must win this set if they want to have a chance at the match win, and that is a good start. The 6th service ace for Guilford today, and followed by a service error. Lynchburg has 12 service aces. Meanwhile, leading individually 2 players with 7 kills for the Hornets, Sydney Frink and Natalie Lavelle. Always struggle with that. I'm not sure why. And then Kara Bolden leading the Quakers with 7 of her own. 7 is the lucky number today. Frink lets it go, returned by Ritter. This is Gaines with the left hand. I believe it got touched by Hausdahl or Frink, which made it tough for Hackenberg to make a play. 25-18, 25-18, and 25-13. Your set scores through 3. Hausdahl punches that one straight into the net. And if I'm correct, you actually can see that. Yep, it's there. So good work by the crew. I mean, we're pretty much just getting to the point where you don't need broadcasters anymore, right? Be out of a job soon. There are some people who's thinking today should be your last day. Euchre, Ritter, Frink. Now it's Euchre again. Short set and deflected by Lynchburg, out of play. The Quakers exactly what they have to do. A rousing pep talk given by Coach Gann between the 3rd and 4th. And right now her team is responding. Bolden just calmly sends it across. May not calm on that hit. And Lynchburg with the side out. Lavelle steps back in as Stanford heads to the bench. Hausdahl goes back to serve. 2 serving 4. Flat return, but still playable at the 10. That's Ritter. Frink with a great effort, but Hackenberg had moved. Lynchburg with an incredible 84% in the hitting department during that last set, and the score showed it as well. When it was 4-1, that was about as close as it was the entirety of that set, as that goes off the antenna, says the line judge. Sydney Frink's reaction says it all. So the first official chats with the line judge. And actually one of the line judges on the far side is going to adjust the far side antenna, and that elation you hear is from Lynchburg as the two conferred. The first official making the official call that it did not go off the antenna. So point to Lynchburg, and Farina back to serve. Euchre just pushed over by the hand of, that was all red. And then it was Frink and Farina coming together for a very excited embrace about that last play. Too hot to handle. Sydney Frink. There was smoke coming off of that kill. Free point to the Quakers, 6-5. As Evans checks in. There aren't too many things I would not do in life, but I would not want to be on the receiving end of a kill attempt from just about any outside hitter, but certainly not Sydney Frink. You're just signing up for embarrassment, I think, in that moment. Quick whistle, double called against Lynchburg. Set here for Drake, and another whistle, this time called on Guilford. All red was all up in the net. Flynn Christian back in and back to serve. Saw her in the first set. I haven't seen her since. Ritter from the 10. Farina. Quick change. Here's Leaper. Drake's turn. Great effort up front by the Quakers, blocking both of those kill attempts. Now it's their turn to go for the point. Evans to the backside. Christian's there. This is Lavelle pushing one. Blankenship returns. Ritter's chance. Falls down for Stanford. She makes a good play. In the end, Lynchburg cannot defeat the net. Drake. Partially blocked, kept in play. Evans into that one. And last touch by Blankenship out. Stanford with the serve. All red, sends it across. Drake's kill attempt. Played well by Evans so that the Quakers can have a chance. Not able to get it across. So we're tied at 8 in the fourth set. A 2-1 lead for Lynchburg. Worth mentioning again, they are 4 wins in their last 6 matches. They've only given up 1 set overall. 3 of the 4 were straight 3-0 sweeps. Blankenship, big kill for big number 12, a freshman from Fielddale, Virginia. We talked about where she is on the kills list. She's also leading the team with 186 digs coming into today. Big answer by Lynchburg. Euchre, the last moment, just sending it across. Hausdahl. And then a block for Hausdahl in May. Blankenship, feast or famine right now. 5 digs for her. Ritter has taken her place in the digs department with 12. And the whistle goes against the Hornets. Leaper had it blocked. Christian gets back quickly. Gains. Euchre. And that's going to be a violation on the Quakers for the double. And we're tied again. Tynes and Frink check in for the Hornets. Blankenship had to reach out for that one, used all of that frame to get a touch. And then Hausdahl doesn't get all of it. We continue back and forth action with the Quakers needing to win this set to force the 5th and final. Otherwise, it's a victorious senior day for Lynchburg. Smith, now Bolden. Here's Hackenberg. Euchre was ready for it. Smith sets up Gaines. Up in the rafters, bounces off the light fixture. And point to the Quakers. Frink puts a charge into one. Side out Hornets. Frink up to 10 kills. It's right about where she lives on the year. 3.67 kills per set. And a conversation with Coach Gann and Smith. And she was the one who made the effort on that hard hit by Frink. And seems to be good enough to continue. Got to be able to move side to side in the libero position. We'll see if Hausdahl tries to test her. She does. Well done by Smith. Nice set for Gaines. Block from Lavelle and Frink. Fritter. Hackenberg. Frink. Played by Smith. And out for a point to the home team. And yes, I just said Fritter. Oh my goodness. I'm thinking apple fritters. It's fall, baby. 13 all. What athletic ability by Ritter. And the Quakers will get a point here. That is not easy to do. I've never done it, so I can't speak from experience, but just look at it. Ritter falling down, the ball hung up there. She's still able to make contact and get it across. 5'5" is Christian Ritter. I'm 5'10" and couldn't do that. Probably why I'm up here. One of the reasons why, as the Quakers get 2 valuable points in a row. 2 points is really all you need at this juncture in terms of insurance. We'll see if the Quakers can hold on here in the 4th set as Lynchburg takes their first timeout of this set, and that means we're going to take our first timeout with them. Back in a moment.
If you like being close with your professors, if you like being in small classes that help with one-on-one, if you like being in positive communities that help you train your weak points and strengthen your strong points, then the University of Lynchburg is a great place to go. You can never go wrong with the amount of help that they offer, the amount of self-sacrifice that other people will put in for you. It has a beautiful campus, it has dedicated teachers, it has nice students, it has fun activities, and it has plenty of things to do.
It has been a pretty successful day for the team sports in Lynchburg Hornets country. Women's soccer dominating Bridgewater this afternoon to the tune of 4-0. Last night, Lynchburg field hockey with a 2-0 win over Randolph-Macon. They'll play tomorrow against number 12 CNU from Liberty University. And you can expect to find that match here on LHSN's YouTube channel at 12:55 p.m. as Lynchburg not able to get the side out after the timeout. And the Quakers go up by 3, but then give one freely to Lynchburg, as they will bring in Farina and Drake. Bryce Smith is back in for the Quakers, which is good news. You hear the chatter by the front line of Lynchburg before that serve was given. A joust at the net, and it goes the way of Guilford College. Evans, return by Tynes, set for Frink. Stanford keeps it up, got to get it over, Tynes does so. Played here for Ritter, pushes it to the back, it's out. You may be able to hear one of our rambunctious attendees next to us saying no, but he's sitting next to us and we're in the middle. We didn't have the best look at it. You have to assume the official did. Those calls are crucial in tight games like this one. And the Quakers answer back anyway. 18-15, Quakers ahead, trying to force a 5th and decisive set. Leaper pushed one, Evans made contact, but it wasn't clean. This time it is. Farina setting up Drake from behind, it's in for the kill. Seven kills tonight for Emma Drake. Stanford, libero to libero. Blankenship at the 10, returned by Frink. Here's Drake again. Off the rafters, still a chance. Blankenship across, off an arm. Not going to be enough from Stanford to get it over. Very important volley that goes the way of the visitors. Farina sets up Leaper, partially blocked, kept in play. Here's Euchre for Blankenship. Sends one hard. It's returned by Stanford. Now it's Frink down the middle, and it made its way on a bend it like Beckham play to Smith, who couldn't keep it inside the white lines. So Corey May and Hackenberg step in. You have 3 seniors and 3 first years on the floor for the Hornets, down by 3 in the 4th set. They lead the match 2-1. Euchre, Blankenship, that's awfully close to the net. She still plays it well. Stanford, Leaper, blocked, and point to the Quakers. And the Hornets will use their final timeout of the 4th set, down by 3, trying to pull off the comeback and not allow there to be a 5th set today.
This is.
Hope you had time to make plans for another set, because it is trending that way in favor of the Quakers. Although we may have to wait. There we go. The scoreboard within the venue was down for a moment. Now it's back up. Those pesky outlets inside this 50-plus-year-old building. It can always be a negative damper on your day. 20-17 in favor of the Quakers. Hausdahl, nice side out for Lynchburg after the timeout. Big moment here. Can Lynchburg at least tie it up? Short serve. Bolden boldly lets it go. That was a thing of beauty. She didn't even crack a smile of excitement. She just came down and said, that's what I do. You see that? That's me. Team leader in kills today for a reason. Meanwhile, the team leader for Lynchburg had her chance blocked. Hausdahl from the center. Nice return from Blankenship. Gaines to the backside. Leaper plays it up for Hackenberg. Here's May stepping into one. Gaines, Bolden. And now Euchre just got the fat part of the ball. Could not get lift on it. And the Hornets will take some luck here late in the 4th set. Hausdahl calmly sends it across. Euchre sets it for Gaines. Light touch. Here's a set for May. Corey May. Big play. And a 1-point game. Right decision by Blankenship and Smith. Both of them thought about it, decided to put their hands down. And the first mistake today by Hausdahl in the service area. Line drive, low serve was returned by Frink. Now Bolden and Euchre setting up Blankenship. Up in the rafters, off an old fan, and down to the court for a 3-point advantage. Just 2 more needed for Guilford to force a 5th set. What a beauty we've got for you today on LHSN. Bolden, return by Leeper. Hackenberg sets up Lavelle, it's blocked out. Anyone else's palms getting sweaty right now? No, me neither. 21 serving 23. Farina down the line. Euchre setting up Gaines. It's in. And set point is on the line for Guilford. Violation, Lynchburg, and that will do it in set number 4. 25-21. And as Beck would say, we're going the distance. Maybe we're going for speed. Who knows? 5th and final set next on LHSN.
I was looking for a school that could provide me with the athletics, academics to pursue my career, a wind symphony to pursue my passion for music, and really have a nice general atmosphere. The professors here are really unique, their background and their passion for teaching. It's really a place where you can explore. Lynchburg gives you the opportunity to fail, but also get back up in that period of time and learn from your mistakes. I can make these mistakes within the school environment, but also with the support of other friends, and be ready for the real world when you graduate.
The biggest thing that I've taken from Westover is probably my interactions with faculty. I started working with Dr. Fryer. He's always available for help, and he makes sure that I get to do the experiments and not just be there while he does them. I didn't want to limit myself when I came here to just taking the prereqs for med school. I wanted to get a full, well-rounded education, and I definitely found that in the Westover program. It's given me the opportunity to keep playing soccer at a competitive level, but also it's given me the ability to be a student and to pursue other activities such as EMS. %, do Westover because it's not something they're going to regret, and it's going to be a lot of work, but so is everything else. It's just going to help build their education that they've already had and make them a better person for it.
All right, so I have to make a retraction as we head to the 5th set. I said Beck with those lyrics. It was Cake. So I apologize to all of you 90s alternative rock lovers. Cake had the Distance song talking about going the distance, going for speed. So I got part of it right, so give me a little bit of credit. So as each team breaks their huddle, this is what we got for you. It's pretty simple. 1st to 15, win by 2. Same rules apply as the previous 4 sets. You just get 10 less points to work with, but you still have to win by 2. For Lynchburg, this is their second 5th set match in 3 tilts. They went to 5 against Randolph on Wednesday and fell 3-2 in that one. They've lost to Guilford once in the last 5 seasons, back in 2017. Since 1991, That's how many years they've been playing each other. Lynchburg leads the series 24-10. Of course, all of that is the past. We're worried about the present today. And for Guilford, they'd love to go 5-2 in conference play in early October. Lynchburg trying to get up to 500 as they are 2-3 currently in the conference. Last set finished 25-21. Pretty even in the hitting percentage, relatively. Guilford 71, their best of the day. Lynchburg at 60. And we open up with a deflection and a point awarded to the Hornets. I do not want to be one of the officials today. Some rambunctious folks out there not approving of the calls. Meanwhile, in a 1-0 fifth set, it's Hackenberg for May. Blocked, kept in. What a great effort by Ritter. Blankenship sends it across. Gotta love it. And that will go to the Quakers. What a great play by Christian Ritter, the senior on Lynchburg's senior day, stealing the spotlight on that last point. Mishandled by Frink on the serve. Too much knuckle. And 2-1 Quakers. Return that time. Hausdahl just pops one over. Gains. Stanford returns. Hackenberg. Hausdahl sends it down. Euchre was ready. Smith gains from the 10. Great dig by Stanford. Hausdahl gets it across. You think this matters to these ladies? Certainly it does. But an infraction on Lynchburg up front means that the Quakers will serve again, up by 2 points. Euchre plays it back for Gaines. The left hand sends it to Hackenberg. Off a fan, and the home court advantage is no more. That's twice that the dust has rattled off a fan up top and fell in favor of the visitors. 4-1 lead early for the Quakers. Lynchburg takes a timeout.
Just because the game is over doesn't mean our coverage ends. Check us out on Facebook at Lynchburg Sports for the post-game interview and get the inside scoop on what it was like to be a Hornet tonight. New episodes of the Hive podcast debut every other Friday throughout the month. You can always go back and listen to previous episodes anytime on Spotify. The Hive podcast, only on LHSN.
And some more reminders for you regarding LHSN programming. We will be back on the air tomorrow afternoon at 12:55 for the pregame show, leading up to a 1 o'clock start for Lynchburg field hockey, battling number 12 Christopher Newport from Liberty University. It is a very kind place to the Hornets. They played there. This is their third season playing over there on the AstroTurf, and they are 7-1 in 8 matches. They'll try and go 2 straight weeks with an upset of a top-ranked team. Last week it was a 4-3 win over number 2 Rowan, who's now number 4. Tomorrow they'll look to take down number 12. Here it's a 4-1 lead for the Quakers in the 5th set. Timeout was taken by Lynchburg. See if they can get the side out. Corey May sends it across. Ritter, Euchre, Bolden, and now Frink with the return. Abby Leeper had it returned by Ritter. Gaines. Frink gets down and sends it up. Leeper to a corner spot where it was nothing but polished hardwood. And a big side out for Lynchburg. First and fourth sets went to Guilford. The middle sets went to Lynchburg. Now it's the first to 15. Hackenberg punches it up. Stanford can get back up and make the play. She does. Bolden pushes it. It got deflected, so Stanford could not reach it in time. And it's a 1 point and done for the Hornets. Just over the net. May splits the blocking defenders and picks up another kill. Corey May, 7 kills today. Very well could be a new high for the freshman. I do not have that information in front of me, but all of us can find out later at lynchburgsports.com. Ritter contorts her body on a set that wasn't perfect by any means, and still able to get that ball not just around the antenna, but finding a spot open on the floor for the quick side out. Lynchburg cannot afford to go back and forth, down by 3. Stanford just got that one over, looking like Bambi galloping through the forest. May up by Euchre and off the rattling rims of those fans. Not the ones in attendance, the ones that are hanging from the rafters. Turner Gymnasium kind to the home squad again. 2-point game. This is so much fun. Quiet stillness before the set. Now everyone erupts as every touch matters, every point matters more and more. And that one will go to Guilford. Quakers trying to even their away record. It stands at 2-3 right now. You're going to have to win games on the road if you want to have any shot in the ODAC tournament. Farina sets up Frink. Ritter calmly sends it across. Farina again, setting up Lavelle. It'll work. Lavelle looked right at Sydney Frank. That'll work. So Frink back to serve. Leaper is in. Tyne steps off. And the Quakers still hold that 2-point lead. I mentioned in the last set, 2 points might be all that you need in this tight game. Now that's turned into this tight match. Drake blocked out of play. 2 important points in a row for the Hornets. Frink, that stayed in. Ritter had to play it. Here's Blankenship, misplayed from about 12 away and tied at 7. Coach Gann walks in, uses this as her way to have somewhat of a timeout, to chat to her team. Euchre, Ritter in play for the kill. And they'll switch sides, 1st to 8. That's how this works. So they'll switch sides and get back to work as Guilford needs 7 to come away with a road win and continue their winning ways overall. This would be 6 of their last 8 if they're able to hold on. That'll work. Drake with another hard shot that cannot be blocked cleanly. Emma Drake, a quiet 10 kills tonight. Only because she hasn't been out there as much as others, not because of the way that ball sounds when it comes off her right hand. Nothing quiet about that. Point Lynchburg. 4 touches for the Quakers. And the bench for the visitors just laughs it off. Misplayed by Smith. She thought Blankenship had it. Blankenship wanted it to drop. It did, but only after being touched. And just like that, after Lynchburg was down by 3, now they're up by 2. Timeout, Guilford.
Nope. This is.
Home crowd today loving what they're seeing late in this 5th set from Lynchburg. After falling in the 4th, which they could have defeated the Quakers 3-1. Instead, they'll have to make it 3-2 if they can hold on to this 2-point lead. They need 5. Guilford needs 7. Set for Drake. Why not? Great effort by Frink. It's quickly off the rafters. Now Frink puts it in and over. Blocked down the line. It lands on Lynchburg's side and side out for the Quakers after a timeout. Always important if you can go in to that timeout and come away with a point. Farina plays it for Drake, not in a great spot, but she got enough mustard on it, and it slips off the long sleeves of Evans. A-plus effort for Emma Drake. And the Hornets back up by 2 again. Hackenberg goes back to serve. Ritter played it off the chest, but it's still a chance for the Quakers. And then Blankenship swats, flies, and forces Coach Gann to use the final timeout of the 5th set. Lynchburg needs 3 to come away with a 5-set win on Senior Day. Will they? Well, that's for the future to decide, and you'll have to stick around for it after this.
This is.
Next on the schedule for Coach Gann and the Quakers after today, they'll be at home for the next 2 against NC Wesleyan and Greensboro before coming back up to Lynchburg, Virginia that is, to battle Randolph College on the 15th. Lynchburg has Hollins at home, at Randolph-Macon, and then versus Shenandoah at Emory, Virginia. 12 serving 9 in the 5th set. Stanford just gets enough to keep it in play. Leaper gets it across. Euchre plays it for Blankenship. Stanford with another dig to her career-leading numbers. And a kill for Leaper that puts the Hornets in great position. Too strong by Hackenberg. That gives the Quakers a glimmer of hope. Might just be all that they need, other than the 5 points as well. Leaper and off the net. Hausdahl, great effort on Senior Day by 15 in red. Meanwhile, Bolden blocked by Hausdahl. Quakers still have a chance. Hackenberg. May blocked, out of play. Gotta love the effort by Lynchburg, but the Quakers prevail on the board. Coach Ellinger has one timeout left, and she chooses to use it now. 13-11, Hornets lead. Hold on tight, folks. It's about to get even bumpier.
Nope. This is.
Are you still there? You better be. 13-11, fifth set. Lynchburg in the lead, but the Quakers with the last two. This has been a knockdown, drag-out fight from the very beginning. Sydney Frink conversating with the first official. I believe it's about substitution. In the end, everything stays the same. At least until Euchre sends this serve from her right hand to Lynchburg's side of the net. Here is May. Didn't get all of it, and the Quakers are within one. Hackenberg sets up Hausdahl. Have some of that! Match point for the Hornets. Senior day, code red, big crowd. Final game on this Saturday for the Lynchburg Hornets. Here's Blankenship, just touched by Hackenberg. Now it's May. Smith. Bolden keeps the Quakers' chances alive. You have to win by 2. Lynchburg can still win the match here. Hackenberg, Frink, up in the rafters. It plays Plinko, and the senior ends it on senior day for the Hornets. 15-13 the final in set number 5. Lynchburg wins 3-2. The Hive has spoken, and the brows of sweat are being wiped away here today. What a terrific match played by both squads, pushing it to the absolute limit inside Turner Gymnasium. On a chilly day outside, they made it hot in here. For more information on this game and everything else, head over to lynchburgsports.com, and don't forget to stick around for the post-game interview at facebook.com/lynchburgsports. For our entire LHSN crew, both inside and out, I'm Joe Hutzler reminding you it's a great day to be a Hornets, and we are one nation.